Hello, it's Teresa, and welcome to my channel. Today's Sunday, August 27th, and it's 6 o'clock in the evening here in Napa, Idaho. So today I am making lots of labels and having lots of fun doing that. Now some of these are tags that are done with this Stampin' Up! Essential tag punch. I just have a little note on here that says this also makes a perfect 1 1/4 inch square. So I found that in storage today when I was looking for something else, which reminded me I was supposed to do something totally different than make labels when I got back, but I made labels. So I didn't make labels first, so I'm going to move those over there. The first thing I did was I started, moved my computer around. I started going through my digitals, and then just some miscellaneous stuff popped up. But I started cutting out some of my ephemera pieces from digitals, so I've got all these cut out, not perfectly, but cut and ready to go. I've been doing that a lot with different digitals. I have a lot of these from Medieval Mirage that I've been cutting out and having fun with, and you know, still doing a bunch of labels because I bought the darkroom doors rubber stamps, and I ended up today cutting them up. It was one stamp and it was just driving me nuts. It wasn't fulfilling my needs. So now they're cut up and they're fulfilling my needs. So there's that. So then I just started going through my digitals because I had, I found my silk or satin probably, and I had bought this at a garage sale very early this spring or something, and I liked it because it had some applique on it. So I found it and I started cutting that up a bit. That's messy, boys, let me tell you. But I have this box that I keep my digitals in. Basket box. It's more of a basket, I guess. And in it had just a bunch of digitals, and then it had some paper that I did some mixed media on. One page I've gone all the way through, and I went through half of this page. Sorry, I had to sneeze. And so I had a few mixed media pieces in here, and then some digitals that I stamped off on different paper, and I can see now that I'm not on screen. That's better. So I was showing these mixed media pieces, and then I stamped on this ledger paper, and I really liked the effect of that. But I mean, I did this a long time ago. I haven't done anything with these things. Here's some more that I haven't even gone through yet. These are printed on both sides. Okay, so that's what I was doing, is I was sorting my papers that are printed on both sides versus the papers that are not printed on both sides. So all these appear to be printed on both sides. These are fun printables that are printed on fun paper, like my ledger paper. So that's what all these are. So these are perfect for like journal cards, but the paper is really too thin. So I really didn't think that out very good. But I could make like a decent sized book. Ooh, yeah, just a little decent sized book that would be an insert for a journal, and then that would work that way. I think that's what I'm going to use these for. Oh, you know what? I was going to use these for, not those, of course. That's a fun. I was going to use these for journal pages is what I was going to do, because I liked the holes that are in them. So that's what my plan was. That's what these were for. So let's see. I have one more right here. And this will be cut up to make that, oh, that's a coin envelope. That's what that is. So there's a lot of stuff in here. This would be good for, I don't know where that came from, but that would be good in a journal. So yeah, lots and lots of stuff in here left to go through, but I gotta start today. So then, right here are my papers that are one-sided, and they're just, you know, more like pieces of digitals that are one-sided. Some are full pages that are great for using for collage or something like that. This was just something I made and printed out for one project, but I made several of them in case I wanted more in the future. So this is my glue pages. This is something I ran into when I was going through this stuff. This is another piece that I ran into. This is a fun digital that I'm probably going to end up backing it on something strong. So let's see, let's put these mixed media pieces back away for now. And that's just going to be a strip. So I found this piece of Kim Holtz scrapbook paper that was in here, and I just love this bird, so I cut it out. And then I had this digital here. Isn't that beautiful? So I was thinking that I might glue that towards the edge right here as far as it will go, and do it up high, and then I can take this and I can fold it to hinge it into a journal page, and then I can like bring this up as a pocket, or maybe I might do it this way as a pocket. I really like that image on the other side. So, because usually my journals are, let me just grab it. This is actually my prompt book, but this is about the size of my journals. So if I took that and put that in there and then folded that up, oh yeah, that would fit perfect. Yep, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to work on my prompt book later on. I need to repurpose it a little bit so that I will use it. So I'm going to put this right about there. I'm back to use my Barely Art glue. I like glitter art, Barely Art, and Oohoo glue stick, and Print glue stick. And then I like the other glue, the one for fabric, Fabri-Tac. I like that one. But I've been using glitter art glue and Print stick a lot for fabric, and it does really well, I think. Of course, you know, none of my stuff is even like a year old, I don't think. Maybe some. So I think I was doing some stuff back in November, maybe October of last year. anyways, so my stuff hasn't really stood the test of time for the possibility of falling apart because an adhesive didn't work well. But so far, all these adhesives are working really well. There, I just want to make sure I have a little space there to hinge. And I just love this image. It says Robin right here. Sometimes my sister watches my videos and her name is Robin. So Robin, when I saw this image, I thought of you, Robin. When I saw this image of a robin, I thought of you, Robin. Okay, so now that's gonna go with in my pages box. So this is ready to be used as a page, and then you could fold that up and make that a pocket. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it right now though. So we're going to put that to the side. So anyways, I grabbed some, as you can see, I grabbed some straw paper today. These were just leftovers from that piece of Tim Holtz scrap. I grabbed some, I cut some tags out of some of that Tim Holtz scrapbook paper. And I'm just going to put those to the side right now because I had a thought. And then I had that mixed media straw paper that has some glitter on it. And then I had some music paper that I threw on there. I did some stamping. Got different colors. This is a mixed media paper, but this is one of Create with Scrimping Mommy's digital background paper. So I did some mixed media. You can see some shiny gold there, and then I just threw some ink on it, and then I turned this into labels. So that was fun. So I've got those. Some of these I did some work on, like this is one of Amanda's butterflies that I fussy cut. One and one only. The rest of them I did not fussy cut them. I was even looking at the page thinking, oh, I don't print those out. Not like that. They get print out with the Cricut and fussy cut with the Cricut. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna fussy cut those. Maybe I'll just throw it away. And then I came up with this idea. So I think these are pretty. I cut a tag out of one of them, but this was a page full of butterflies, and I turned the page into labels. So I'm really excited about these. I think these will be a lot of fun to use with my journaling. So then I took some of these, and this just has a little piece of silk on it. It's just felt like doing that, so I'm not sure what I'll do with it afterwards. This one has a little piece of silk on it. Here's some that are stamped in black. Here's some smaller ones. You can't see, but they have glitter on them because I sprayed them when I did a mixed media paper with this straw paper. And then I stamped with some cursive. And then I stamped with some coffee stains. Excuse me. Let's see. Oh, then I wanted to show you these that are drying. Oops, that's upside down. So this just has a little piece of lace, a little piece of vintage notebook paper, some pearlized enamel effect, basic white drops. Sorry, got a tickle. And then this one has a little piece of silk applique, the drops, some stamping, the whole deal there. I just have all this silk and I'm trying to decide what to do with it. So I'm not sure that these are totally dry, so I'm going to put them back up here. Now what I was thinking is I have this right here. And this is some paper from either, I don't think this is from Taperology. I think this is from TMU. TMU. And then this is from a book page. And then I sprayed some of that glittery alcohol stuff on here. So let me put my stopper on my glue before I forget. Longer. It's probably drying out. Got some lovely comments on one of my recent videos. I sure do appreciate it. Thanks for everyone who comments and subscribes and all that fun stuff. So now I'm going to take, I had this hanging out. Now this is on adhesive paper. This is linen paper. So I'd had this hanging out, haven't done anything with it, but today I thought, let's turn it into labels. Oh my gosh, it's not like I haven't made any labels for a long time. It's not big enough. Doing a very good job of inking that up. kind of like when you make a master board and you turn it over and you cut it up. Only I'm not turning it over, but still it is really fun as to you know, when I get to the point where I do start to cut this up. I think I'm going to wait because I don't want to take a chance of going in the wrong spot there. So let's start cutting some of these up. I think this is wet down here too. And I like how the black went in the center of that because of the way that I stamped it. I didn't put it on a block. I like that though. So let's cut these out. See what we've got. This strip, I'm just gonna cut that and use that for like kind of like washi tape. This linen paper is kind of thick to cut through. But this will be fun because these will be stickers. Yeah, so you just pull the back off and that'll be a sticker. We're watching a fun series right now. We watch a lot of the Acorn Station. Excuse me. So that's people, you know, areas that are like in the UK and can't talk when I'm cutting. Australia. And the one we're watching now, the lady is British, I think. And she has moved to Italy. She went out to visit her sister for her niece's wedding. And ended up staying because she's fed up with the way the home office operates. Puts some of her assets in jeopardy, and because she's like a spy, I guess. So she just had her fill of that nonsense. She was worried about her people, so she went to Italy, and while she was there, she did a little bit of covert contact with her people and said, hey, watch out. We're going to throw you under the bus. Okay, that one's funny. Something must have come off. Maybe some of this paper was on it, I don't know. So let's see how this punches out. I think this is the 1 3/4. I'd buy bigger circle punches for this stamp set. And then today I went to storage. Oh, come on. Really? Maybe if I stand up. I thought these EK Success were supposed to be as good as Stampin' Up! Stamps. I thought they were the same manufacturer. I just had to stand up to do that. Okay. Then I want to cut this one out. I have a lot of Stampin' Up! Punches. In fact, so I needed these punches so I could punch out these labels because I don't cut circles. Ugh, I did some for some of the medieval Mirage digitals. Hating every minute of it. And but they were like ovals, not circles. So they had to be hand cut. And they were so crooked. I worked on them again today and they look better now, but they're still not what I do, not what I like to do. Probably won't do it again. Won't print out that page. So I was like trying to figure out how to distract from my lousy fussy cutting, and I came up with an idea which I will share in a minute. I was like, should I put some cheesecloth underneath it? What can I do to make this look better? So I made this little, where'd it go? I made this little notebook, and I wasn't worried about it like opening perfectly. I just didn't feel like stitching another notebook, so I did an eyelet, and it doesn't open perfectly. It opens like this, but I was okay with that. So this is more, I was thinking I might even do more. So far I've already done a little bit more decoration than I have in the past for a notebook. So this is that oval that I fussy cut. So what I did was I put a circle underneath there to kind of take away from my messy fussy cutting. So there's a circle underneath there, and then there's that oval. I think it worked. Now it's just a square. I like these pictures of the women because they look more realistic. Yes, she's gorgeous, but you know, some women are gorgeous, but it's not like sultry gorgeous. It's just beautiful gorgeous, fresh, clean, no makeup, natural. So I like these. And then of course I like this kind of thing, you know, vintage. Yes, she's putting makeup on, but she just looks Victorian and clean cut. Whereas some of these pictures of women look like they're trying to be a cover girl or something, which I don't go out of my way to look at cover girl ads for obvious. It's the same reason I don't want to watch TikTok and stuff. You know, who wants to watch you get with your husband and your kids and put on a fun song and watch you dance? Yeah, you're a good dancer, but you're making me think you're a bit narcissist there. So and I did not log into the internet to watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith dance. their kids. I'm just not into that kind of thing. I am into watching people craft. And once in a while it is fun to see their face, so you know who's talking to you. Okay, so I was thinking that maybe this stamp might fit here. Yes, I think it will. I'd like it to be longer. That's going to be long enough. I told my husband the other day, I said, you know, you got all these people who do TikTok or shorts or stuff, and I don't watch TikTok very much. They just pull up on Facebook feeds sometimes. But otherwise, I don't have anything to do with TikTok. Anyways, I told my husband, I said, I need you to go stand in the middle of the room and we'll put on a song and you dance to it, and I'm going to do a short and see how many views I get. And he just looked at me like I was nuts. No, I wanted to get more of his head, but it is what it is. So I'm going to let that dry for a minute and then figure out which punch I need. This is the 1 3/4. I think I need the 1 1/2. Paper's thick. Nope. It must be, I think that's 1 inch. These aren't cutting through this. It's taking the backing off of it. Okay, better get my other label cut out. Gotta cut his feet off. Still don't think that's all the way dry because it looks kind of shiny. Yeah, I'm going to leave that alone and let it dry more. So this, I don't think I can get anything out of that really. Maybe right there. go. Okay, let's see. That one didn't cut right. There we go. And this one, okay, this is a Stampin' Up! Punch and it's having as much trouble. Ooh. Doesn't want to punch. There we go. I think it's wanting to come off of the backing, and it did come off the backing. So that means we have to use this one. Oh, wait. There is nothing. Oh, there it is. Huh. Okay. Trying to get the string off of here. Okay, so I'm just going to put this on here. So what do you think about these labels? I saw Tim Holtz, there's a Tim Holtz label set that the labels are already cut out, so they're individual labels, not one full sheet. Probably twice what I paid for this one. I'm not saying for sure, but it's probably a good possibility. So this works just fine for me. And they don't always stamp real good, and I don't know if that was the intention of the stamp, but I like it. Okay, there's that one. Let's put the lid in. And let's look at what we've got. So we have that one. And that one. That was on the wheel. And this one, the paper came off. This one, the paper came off some. I have that one. And that has some copper or gold specks through it. Here's more from his wheel. And that's all of them. So now what I was thinking, I'm going to take this stamp set and go. I was looking a little naked. And then I want something for, ooh, I know what. I like that. Now I want this big one for here. Used this one before, so I better make sure that it's stamping. This is still a relatively new stamp set to me. I like that a lot. Okay, I'm done playing with that. So then the last thing I wanted to look at with you was my idea. Oh, that's what happened to that other stamp. Oh, this is just the backing. Okay, so I wanted to look at the idea of taking a tag, and maybe it would work on these bigger ones. And just like hanging the tag down from there. I don't know, it was just something I was thinking of. Good there. Oh, okay. I got an idea. I have to try and remember where I put them. I knew I wasn't going to be able to find them next time I went to look for them, because I feel like I put them in a weird spot. Oh, think. Found them. Use the small size. Little snaps. So just gonna put a little hole here. So let's see. So now we've got a tag and a label. What do you think? Let's do this one. This one I'm going to do the opposite way. I'm going to put this in there and this on this side. which way do we like better? So this is A and this is B. A is the snap kind of facing up, and so kind of like an outie belly button, and B is the snap kind of facing down like an inner belly button. Which do you like better, A or B? I don't know. I like them both, but they sit better that way. Yeah. So they would be better in a journal this way. There. So you could have it like that. You could have it like that. And you could take it apart. You like, because this would be glued down. And then you could take this off and you could write on a little secret note on the back. And then you could put it back on. That's a lot better than if you were going to use a brad or an eyelet. You couldn't do that with a brad or an eyelet. So I think that is really cool. Huh. You could layer circles together with something like that. Of course, I wouldn't do that because these are all fun stickers. So like, which way does this go? Like that. So I could do label on label, take the backing off of this linen paper, and lay it down there. And that's cute. I think, thinking about putting a snap right there in the middle. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to do black. It doesn't want to snap on. There we go. Just needed to get that little tiny piece out of there. That looks cute, and I think it goes well together with this kind of like almost grungy vintage look. I like that a lot. Of course, I would want to add something more like a butterfly or a little bird or something. I have some rub-ons, but I don't like them. I got them from Taperology and I don't like them. Let's try one though. Trying to think where they're at. Oh, here they are. I think I'm going to go for that little green piece. I may have changed my mind. I want that. Phooey, 1 minute I had it and then I didn't. It's not staying down like it's supposed to. There we go. Most of it stayed down, some of it didn't. There's a little bit on there. I just, for the money, I don't think they're all that spectacular. Because they're not cheap. That looks really cute though. I just love the variety of that. The different things. So one thing about my videos and my play is that I do have a lot of different products to play with, and I do buy. I'm a collector, so I buy a lot of different things, everything from scrapbook paper to vintage old books that are like in the 17 or 1800s, and I send away to Italy for them. And I have straw paper, and I buy Florentine paper. I buy a lot of digitals, so because I like to play with different things. It's like science. It's like experiments. And this this linen paper I had from when I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So I've had this for quite a while. So some of the stuff I've had for a long time. Some of it I've just recently bought off of Etsy, like this ticking and this what do you call that, muslin material. And then my husband bought me, not the sari silk, he bought me these. They were letters, and I cut them up into strips. So I have a lot of different things to play with, and that's not crafting on a budget. It's my budget, and it's what I can afford to do. So I hope that that doesn't distract folks, because you never know when you're going to go into a thrift shop, and I don't have time to go searching through thrift shops. In fact, the last 2 times that I went to the thrift shop that I enjoyed, it was closed. So and then inevitably when I get to some place to start shopping, my bladder decides it is uncomfortable, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go all the way downstairs to use the bathroom and then come all the way back up, and it just doesn't appeal to me. So whatever the reason, I don't enjoy shopping. It is fun to find things. You know, I've found a couple things at this one cool thrift shop that my friend showed me. Got some great music paper there, and I got some fun buttons and things like that. My husband got better things from a thrift shop than I did, I think. But I just don't have time for that. I work all day, and shopping has never really been my thing. So I shop online through Amazon or Etsy, and that's where I get most of my products. So what I was saying though is you never know when you're going to go into a thrift shop and you're going to find some fun scrapbook paper. Maybe it's not fun the way that it was when you see it in the thrift shop, but you can bring it home and you can repurpose it and make it fun. The digitals are forever. You buy one and you can do all kinds of different things with it. This one I just printed out. I didn't want to fussy cut it, so I turned it into labels. This is another digital. I did mixed media on it first, and then I stamped it to turn it into labels. So lots of stuff. Now, straw paper isn't probably something that you're going to land on at a thrift shop, but you never know. And really there is a local, I want to say local, but there's a United States option on Etsy for straw paper, and I think it's less than $15. And so a one-time purchase of that, you just, you know, I'm on my first package. I got a second package, but I'm still on my first package. So you don't have to use it every time you craft, and it's a fun thing just to pick it up every once in a while, like it would be to pick up a digital or a piece of music paper or a piece of graph paper. Graph paper, you can find that in a thrift store. I like to craft with that once in a while. In fact, that's what in this is a digital, and then let's see, this is from a journal that I had, like one of these. About my computer. So I like to write in these, They're I can't pronounce it. It's a German name. Anyways, I like those, and so I had an extra one, so I tore it up, and that's where I don't like to write on dots. That one came in dots, and I didn't realize it. This is some old ledger paper, not real old, but this is some paper that came from Temu, I think, and then this is, if it's Italian, it's from Italy, and it looks like it is. I have a German book and an Italian book. Well, more than one, but we won't go there. So this looks like Italian law, because like Italian reminds me of Spanish, so German does not remind me of Spanish. The only German I know is from Hogan's Heroes when I was a kid. So it's fun to grab that stuff and do things with it, and you can get, my point was, you can get a lot of this from thrift stores or just buying some. Now these are Amanda's digitals actually, and this book probably came from a thrift store, this book page that I used for this label. Anyways, these digitals are from Amanda, and her digitals are dirt cheap, so you can get a fun digital for $1. It's a little different because she's in the UK, so there's a conversion rate, but it's pennies. I love her background papers. If you were going to buy anything from her collection, I would recommend getting her background papers. Now, the thing is that you can't get all the background papers in one digital kit. Like, for instance, let's see. These are the first background kit that I bought, and I love them. This is my favorite. It's pretty, but I'm not a real purple girl. I really like this kind of thing more. I really, this isn't hers. This is hers. This is great for putting on the back of a tag to write on. You could write over that real easy. You could write over that easily. I love this. It reminds me of tea-dyed paper. I love this. This reminds me of Florentine paper. And I love Damask. This one's okay. It's not one of my favorite. I mostly like it because it's got that vanilla color in it. This is like Damask to me. I love that. I love this one. So this is from her newest kit, Compendium. Well, one of her newer kits. These are great. You could write over the back of them, but here's more of her other background papers. She's got green and brown and red. And then things like this are from the vintage kit, I think. This is a cool paper. I use it a lot. I love this paper. I love most of them, really. But then, you know, she has freebies in her group, Create with Scrimping Mommy. This one might have been a freebie. And so you just join the group and you can snatch these. Oh, look at this one. This one's beautiful. Look at that yellow. I stamped on it, but this is a beautiful paper. Yep, nice stuff. This is probably somebody else's. I don't remember if this was hers or not. I think this on the back is hers. Might be. Don't remember. Okay, so that's enough mumbling from me. I hope that I was able to inspire you and encourage you in whatever crafting you like to do. You can take all this stuff and you can put it on cards easily turn these things into a card. So like, just imagine printing this off on cardstock and folding it over like that and turning that into a card. This is from Medieval Mirage, but easily you can turn these things into a card and then take a focal point and put that on there and send that off into the mail and say happy birthday. You can have a stamp set that says happy birthday and stamp that down there. So many things that you can do. The sky is the limit. So if you have any questions or comments, please put those in the comment section. Please go ahead and hit that thumbs up or thumbs down, whichever is appropriate, and subscribe if you want to be alerted to when I have videos. Then you hit that bell. So have a great day, and I will see